let's talk about an actual good movie that I saw, which was Woman of the Hour.
Yeah.
You've seen this, right?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah.
You liked it? I liked it. I thought it was great.
I did. I think it did have its shortcomings. You could definitely feel that it was a directorial debut. And I'm not sure that focusing on her character does the story the biggest benefit. I think it was a great exercise of kind of showing that time period a bit more over just like, showing the killer who, for anyone who doesn't know, the premise of this is set in the 70s, where a serial killer was on a dating show and was pretty openly killing people, and the police was just like not doing their due diligence to catch this guy. He was sentenced for life in prison after he got caught. There were 5 people that were confirmed that he had killed, but it could be upwards in the range of like 120 that could have potentially perished by his hand. It's like a haunting portrayal of this like person there. Ultimately, like this true crime stuff is always like, okay, what is your angle? And I think the angle is really good at showing how women were commodified in that time, right? Seen as like, oh, you're a dating prospect. What can you offer in that way? And reduced to not like their own aspirations. And I think that it does quite well. And I see why like Anna Kendrick's character then is the lead in it. It doesn't really perfectly come together and like click by the end to have like this whole like narrative through line. But you liked it too, right? So,
I did. I understand the shortcomings of a directorial debut. My personal frustrations was from how the movie kind of came together. It felt very disjointed with
yeah.
all of these different narrative lines, and I thought we would hopefully have something a little bit more flowy, but hey, I won't reject it. But everything from moment to moment felt really good. Jumping
Mm.
back was a little bit jarring, but within the moment
Jumping
itself
forward as
was
well.
yeah.
Yeah.
There was like setups that were just super frustrating, and you're meant to feel
Mm.
frustrated, similar to how there was a character that was being told that they will talk to a producer, and that kind of
Yeah.
like the producer not coming, and you were frustrated because that kept going on and on and on. But then she got frustrated because she never talked to the producer. So there were things like that were quite engaging, because they were presented in a way that were how you were meant to feel, how the characters were meant to feel. So definitely well done in every single way. I think that it was treated with not to glorify this particular person, and I think that some other, I'm not going to call out any particular like
I got
streaming
particular.
services of choice, but I
Okay.
feel
Well,
like some
it's
of
Netflix. It's
them
fucking Netflix. We can say that. It's literally the same service.
glorify the
True
killings
crime thing.
of innocent people and
Yeah.
true crime, and romanticize these people.
Mm.
And I feel like this was done in a way where you don't have that, which is how it should be done. But I think it
Yeah.
is an important narrative to tell because it's definitely got a lot to say, not only about, this particular psychopath towards women, but just general men in the
Yeah.
70s, even now towards women.
Even now. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that is something that as a bloke watching this, you're going to be like, oh yeah, that's terrible. But women still experience that almost every day, which is why I feel like women are going to enjoy this movie a lot more than what I think most men will, because they might be able to relate to it a little bit more. And that's obviously just a subjective thing.
Right.
And not everyone's going to relate to it more. Some people are going to hate it more than others. But I feel like people who have had a situation where, they've been catcalled or glorified or whatever it is, it ends up just being a little bit more painted along those lines, and you can relate to it a lot more. So I think it was a
Yeah.
fantastic directorial debut. I'm
Mm.
super excited to see what she does next, because I honestly thought that honestly I'm okay. People are gonna hate me here. I'm not the biggest Anna Kendrick actress fan. Just gonna put that out there right now.
What?
I haven't ever really liked any of her performances. I've always felt that they've been samey or similar, and yeah, whatever. Anyway, what I will say is I think as a director, she's great.
Yeah. I think she, was part of 2 franchises that didn't give her a lot to do. Then she was also part of Scott Pilgrim, where she very much plays like a certain character. And what else has she been in that's like, outside of this pretty commercial role? And then when she was part of a movie that I thought was quite good, Alice Darling from 2022, that was about a woman who was in an abusive relationship. I think she got to, likely from own experience, or I guess just like a collective female experience that is shared, like you said, by so pretty much every woman, got to tell like a story like this. And this is just like a further thing to even give it more of her own voice here. Yeah, I'm also interested in what she does next. I think this was a first good stepping stone to see what she's capable of, and the type of stories she tells. Overall, I think it's going into a good direction.